evening, Industrious Illumination fans. We're talking a little bit of sports, talk about a little bit of police. A 30-minute drive to King of Prussia. Burn on some steam here for the day. What a day. What a day, what a day. Literally another $400 day. Pretty damn tired. Tell you that much. The Eagles' backups did not look very proficient in the first game. However, at least they didn't get shut out. I mean, Merrill Reese said that, pretty positive. Now, I'm going to say this. So let's grade the quarterbacks that I've seen over the years since 1987. Hey, look at Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham had the deep ball. He had the scrambling ability for sure. But he could never ever get over the damn. It's not one person, it's a team. Team win and team loss. But you're this leader and you fool around with you thinking that you fly like an eagle. And that you're this big ultimate quarterback like Joe Montana, which you're not. Thought more about the team than yourself, you probably would have been winning Super Bowls. You had Chris Carter, you had Keith Byers, Keith Jackson. Keith Jackson, 1988, was phenomenal. Remember, as a 7 or 8 year old, great tight end, Hall of Fame now, in the Super Bowl ring. And then you had Andre Waters. Man, that guy could hit. Hit. Jerome Brown, very ashamed of what happened to him. Never forget Reggie White's tears. Preaching, doing his job. Great defensive end. Reggie White was. Shame how he died. Let's see. Got Seth Joyner. Oh man, that guy was a beast. He's still a beast to this day. He could probably come back on that field and kick ass. And I'm telling you what, I mean, it's just one of those things where you look at something and you think something is going to really be positive. And Clyde Simmons too. We got to give Clyde Simmons tremendous respect. Everybody that contributed on the 91 defense. I know I'm bouncing back and forth, but mostly partly because of Buddy Ryan. And then we had the Steelers, Bud Carlson come in. I mean, they solid defense. But in 91 we lost Randall. Like on the first or second play. I believe it was on the second play in Green Bay. And we still finished 10-6. We could have beat Dallas that year, but we just choked. So let's move on to the next quarterback, Rodney Peete. Rodney Peete actually got us into the second round of the playoffs against the Lions. And the Lions were not a bad team. I mean, they had Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, Scott Mitchell, deep passes and stuff like that. But the next week we face the reality of Dallas again. So here's the thing, folks. We had Ty Detmer and then all this other crap, Ricky Waters. After 2000, when Andy Reid came in, it was a great time to be an Eagles fan. Despite losing all those playoff games, we still have the winningest playoff record, winning playoff games since 2000, which changes the momentum quite a bit. 3 Super Bowls over the last 10 years, not bad, I mean, we had to wait almost 58 years for a win, going back to 1960, so This is going to be a very interesting season. They played it. I'll give these backup players. They did play their heart out. Okay, you can't expect everything to go right in the first game. So I mean, there's always a worse game to be played. But look, we got a talented team. We don't have nothing to worry about. Okay, we have nothing to worry about. One thing we can worry about is injuries. Injuries kill teams. Injuries are part of football. Let's talk about Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb was a good quarterback, but he wasn't a great quarterback. We should have been at many more Super Bowls than just one, and losing it, and then you puking, and then T.O. pretty much outplaying your ass with a broken foot. 8 catches for 122 yards. Pretty much plain and simple. And then you get to the NFC Championship game again, and you lose. Yes. You did way better than Randall Cunningham, I will say that much. Randall Cunningham, unfortunately, never went to a Super Bowl. And it was because of Gary Anderson's freaking fake-ass bullcrap kick. So, in 1998. Well, let's give Randall the benefit of the doubt, for sure, on being a good quarterback in the regular season and scrambling. And giving Joe Montana money for his run for his money in 1989 when San Francisco 49ers were pretty damn good, actually. And, being up 28-10 and kicking field goals and shit don't get you anywhere, especially not even today. We should never, ever have lost that game. But Montana turned it into a more combined type game. Even despite sacking Montana 8 times, the son of a bitch still got 38 points on the board. Connected with Rice for a couple touchdowns, John Taylor for one. I mean, unfucking believable. So, it is what it is. Bit of ridiculousness. So let's go on after the Donovan McNabb era. We had Michael Vick. Michael Vick, hey, great family. Played with Deshaun Jackson for a few seasons. Played with LaShawn McCoy. But Chip Kelly basically ruined all that. One of the dumbest coaches I've ever seen. But here's how it goes, folks. Time takes time. And finally, in 2018-17, we finally got a team on the field. Wentz goes down. Nick Foles comes in, and boy, does he put on a show. Beautiful lady, beautiful family. He was the right guy to win the Super Bowl. And I didn't come to Philadelphia until 2018. I had a drinking and gambling addiction issue. And, here I am announcing different things on my show here for this reason. All our sports history is key. But going back to McNabb, we've had solid teams since then. We had Hurts that just came out. He did a comeback against the Saints. Who the hell is this guy? Then all of a sudden, you know what? Then we start getting good. Got A.J. Brown, blah, 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 blah. So here's what it comes down to. You gotta learn from your mistakes. Like Norman Brenneman getting rid of freaking Reggie White because of free agency. You didn't want to sign him. That's when your jackass stupidity let Lori take over. Best decision ever. let's talk a little bit of Phillies. Phillies are not going to win the World Series like the 2008 and 1980, okay? The 93 Phillies have a better chance than them. And they were a one-year wonder, unfortunately. But it was one of the greatest seasons I ever saw as a kid. Yes, we had our frustrations, like slamming down radios and stuff like that, you know, and being frustrated with Joe Carter, you know, and all that stuff. When you look back at it, you know, like John Crook said in one of the videos there, they had the nationwide attention for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Unbelievable. And, you know, with Larry Anderson, the guy needs to give himself more credit. You know, because they all did try to make it to we could have won that World Series. And it's not because of, you know, all Mitch Williams. It's a team effort, team win, team loss. Let's see if we can get up here. I've got one. But, you know, we as fans have had ups and downs in life, you know? And it is one of those things. You know, you want to get pissed off and yell at something. Yeah, I know. I feel it. You know, we got to look forward to the Flyers, too. Flyers are going to... I have a feeling that they're going to have another winning season. They're going to go a little bit further in the playoffs. It would be nice to see them win a Stanley Cup. Let's talk about the 76ers. The 76ers made the moves that they needed to make. However, here's the thing. You still have the Spurs to deal with. You still have the Knicks that nearly swept everybody. In fact, they did. They're doing better than 90 Bulls. 90 Bulls didn't do that. They sometimes had to go to 6 games, 7 games to beat some of these teams back there. I mean, we're talking the Lakers, talking the Knicks, we're talking with Patrick Ewing, John Starks, let me say, Magic Johnson, James Worthy. I mean, these teams weren't easy to beat. I mean, and even a little bit of Larry Bird and Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale. I mean, we're talking about some very good teams. Very good teams. So with that being said, folks, be thankful for what you got for now. Because you never know when it's going to happen here in sports. When it comes to all these teams. I think we have roughly a 75% chance of winning the Super Bowl with the Eagles, one. I think we have a 50% chance with the 76ers. Whoa, what is that? What is going on here? Why is that pushing over like that? Why it's doing that? Something there. This car is weird all the time, folks. Nope, we're good. But to end it all out, we have solid teams now for the first time in a long time.
Car on shoulder reported ahead.
Do what you have to do. That's it, what it is. And I'll also say a short thing about women. You're not all that. Just because I don't talk to you or you don't say the one thing I want you to say, that's it. It is what it is. And, you know, it is what it is. So, they when I want, they who I want, and that's it. Okay? That's all there is to it. Have a good night, folks.